What's up, everybody? Boy Johnny B's back. Different mentality, different goals, man. It's been a rough week, guys. So I'm wait for my co-host to jump on here so I can tell you all about it. Hope everybody's having a badass fucking Wednesday. What's up, dog?
What's up, dude?
What is going on, Shady, my man?
Nothing, bro. Just chilling.
All right, bet, dude.
What's
So,
up, motherfucker?
let's start this fucking show. You ready?
Yeah, hold on. This doesn't want to work. There we go. Sweet.
All right.
I got it. My outlets aren't working right, so I got plugged up to my fucking jump charger. Okay, before we get started, I'm fucking shouting out Brandon Mills for telling me to try this because I'm gonna try it because apparently it tastes like chocolate milk. So
Okay.
just throwing that out there.
All right. Well, let's start this thing, man.
Thing on?
Yeah, this thing's on. We can hear you loud and clear. So what's up, man? Welcome to another episode of The Dark Truth with my boy Shady J, and you know me, Johnny B on the keys. So look, man, how was your week, bro? How's your day? How's your week been going?
It's been great, bro. My brain's been going like a million miles an hour, and usually when that happens, I panic and I don't know what to do with all those fucking thoughts and shit, but I've been able to hone in on what I need to do. And so I've been being very productive with it and talking more for one, and then engaging more with other people, like just to get my thoughts to other people instead of just in my head. And it's actually been like super beneficial for this week. So yeah.
Same.
It's been a good week.
I've had the same thing, bro. I deactivated because I didn't want to delete my account. I deactivated my account. And then I was like, because I need to focus more on my business.
Right.
And then I was like, today I woke up more positive, more focused than ever. And I'm like, well, social media is not in my way. It's actually one of those things that, it's just one of those things that I'm like, all right, I'm going to start fucking just taking everything out and just start categorizing it. And I did, man. I got so much done in 3 days, which I know social media does affect some kind of my daily routine. Right. And I learned about it. Now I'm strictly going to be on my business account. So if y'all don't see me that active, I'm going to be more on my business account. So just letting you guys know that. But freaking missed you guys. Fucking missed the whole supporting, liking, all that stuff. I told Cam, which he's going to jump on here in just a little bit. I was going to start cutting out little thumbs up, little thumbs up, crying emoji, laughing out loud emoji, angry emoji, and wild emoji, and just start passing them out to people when they do good shit. Because I was
Hey, just get everybody's address and then write a little note with it and send them their reaction.
Yeah. No, but I reactivated. I'm back on it, and guess what, guys? I got me one of these things, which was one of the reasons why I needed to come back on so I can go on the flat glass jobs and if anybody got some questions and shit, I can help them out.
Right.
That's one thing. But bro, that's just been my whole thing. Another thing, my brother got cancer and he's through a second round of chemo. And on behalf of my brother, I went ahead and shaved my head, man, in honor of my brother, and just to let him know that he's not by himself in this fight that he's going through with cancer. So yeah, man, it's been an emotional roller coaster for me, man. I've been trying to get all my everything in order, and then like you said, like your mind, you gotta compartmentalize your thoughts and ideas, and that was my thing. I had to break away from everybody. I mean,
yeah, because you got to do that.
I mean, we had one phone call this week, and you sound like you're like we broke up, and I
No,
was like, no, bro, we're
nah,
not.
dude, that's not the
I was
fuck.
like, I
Nah,
was like, no, bro, don't worry about it. We're not breaking up. It's just, it's not you, it's me.
nah. Hey, cheers to that.
All
No, it
right, man.
wasn't. No, I mean, it was just like, because we built this show, right? Like we've done a lot for this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And so it was like,
absolutely,
damn, bro. It was like,
absolutely.
fuck.
And
Like I'm not
I
mad
felt
or
so bad.
nothing. Like I'm not mad or no shit. It's just kind of like, ah, shit. Like whatever. Like it is what it is. So
I was just
like I ain't
going through
fucked
my
up.
feelings. I was in my feels, and
No, you
then
good, dude.
I was on my period, and so that happens. But now
Hey,
I'm
by the
back.
way, I'm gonna tell everybody right now, it does not taste like chocolate milk. Hold on. It might need a little bit more Captain Morgan. Hold on, let me see.
Let's see. I put some more Captain Morgan in it.
Okay, maybe it will now. Maybe it will now. Bottoms up, motherfuckers.
Straight up. You took the handle I had before I got you. No, bro, you could have gone around. Look, it's right there.
Man,
Just hit the.
it kinda does, but it's not.
Hold on, real quick.
What's up, Ed? Fucking, by the way, shout out to Ed for fucking landing a badass shop. I can't wait to see what the fuck he does with that place, man. It's gonna be so sick. Um,
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
it's the store, like the windows in the front, how it's like catty cornered. I love that. Like how the front windows are on his new shop, dude. Man, I can't wait to see what he does in that place, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm so stoked too. When he told us, I was just like, I don't know. Maybe it was were we supposed to say something about it or no?
He posted it.
He posted it.
Yeah, he
Yeah. See,
posted it.
I've been away, dog. I've been away. Like
You know
I
I
haven't even
wouldn't,
seen nothing.
but I wouldn't say some shit if
Okay.
nobody
Okay.
knew.
You see, that's how bit disconnected I got this whole week, this whole 3 days.
What's up, TJ?
But
Yeah.
it's like, you know what I mean? I
You
came
just
back a new person.
it's like you had a folder, right, with files in it and like the wind blew and they just all fucking and you're over here like fucking trying to grab each one and put them back where they're supposed to go and like tuck them in and like, oh shit, this is the wrong order. Like, and then you're just literally taking a step away from social media is like being able to organize your files, right? Like you're
Yeah.
just like, hey, I'm not letting anybody fuck with my energy or whatever you want to fucking call it. And I'm gonna get my shit straight to where I want it, and then might come back later, whatever. Like I need me time. And me time's a good thing. Like, you know, I did that for a year and a half. I was off Facebook just because I was like, man, this shit is so terrible. Like everybody was so hateful. Like this was before I found like tint groups and like all the friends that we know these days. Like it was like so everybody on my friends list was just negative and like just fucking so toxic that I'm like, I got to get off of this shit. So I got off of it. And then I just started missing being able to talk to people that I don't see. And like I might have their number, but I don't like call them or text them every day because there's so many people I like to interact with on Facebook because they're on Facebook. And I don't
Yeah.
like text them because like they're usually on Facebook. Why not just chit chat like that or whatever? Because it's convenient, you know? But did that for a while and then went back to it once I started getting back into the tinning scene and stuff. We're like actually getting into what the groups are about. Like I think Window Tinners Feud was the first group I entered. And so like when I went in there, I was like, okay, this is pretty wild, but it's still pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. And I mean,
No,
it's just some things that you got to go through, man. I thought I was
right.
going to do 3 months. I thought I was going to do 3 months. And then I realized it's not social media that's getting in my way. It's me getting in the way of myself.
Exactly.
And I think
That's
everybody goes through this. And that's why I
but
posted today.
that's
I'm back.
But that's what everybody thinks. They go like this. They go, it's this thing that I'm using that is a tool, right? Like Tinners too. Like, oh man, this tool fucking sucks, Like, and then you see him use it, and you're like, yeah, you're using it wrong. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even doing it the right way. It's the same thing with social media. Like, as long as you use it in a positive way or in a way that it can help you, it's a very good tool. Like it's a really good instrument to reach out to people, to network, to you know, gain some support, to find people that you don't want to be around because of the people that support you, all this kind of stuff, right? Like it's a whole dynamic to it. And so, like, just to say it's social media, it's really not, man, because it boils down to when you open your phone, what do you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, me, I'm always on there, dude. I'll admit it. My screen time is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm not just on there talking shit and being an asshole and like trying to fucking ruin somebody's day. I'm either trying to like say something that somebody needs to hear that day because they needed it, you know what I'm saying? Or if I see somebody asking a question, I try to answer it to the best of my abilities. I'm not saying I'm right, but this is what's worked for me. You know, all those kind of things, right? Just being a good person instead of getting on there and being like, man, I gotta see where all the bullshit is and all the hate and all the people talking shit so I can just laugh. Because I don't think that shit's funny. Not anymore. I used to. I used to think people arguing and going back and forth. I used to think it was so funny, dude. But now I'm just like, that's such wasted energy. Like it's so wasted.
Yeah.
Like you're getting nothing accomplished. You think you're you
Exactly. And
think
that's one of
you think
that
you're
was one of
fucking
my pet
winning.
peeves.
Yeah, you think you're winning because you're talking shit and making people angry, but you're actually looking like a shitty person in a way, right?
Yeah.
And like I've done it before. I'm not gonna say I've never done it because like I've been stuck in my ways of like, nah, it should be done this way, you know? But I'll back off and be like, yeah, you know what? You're actually right because I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I've never seen it. So whatever, you know, in any aspect, like how you live your life, how you tint windows, how you raise your kids, whatever. Just like I was just having a bad day. Usually when I do that, I'm having a bad day. And I'm like, I'm taking it out on something, you know?
You know, it's hard for me to have bad days, man, because I've been through so much. But also too, I've been getting more laxed, and that's been my issue. Been getting more lax, and then that's my thing, man. Like my grind wasn't there, so I just had to do something, man. So I did like a self cleanse kind of thing.
Right.
Um, Temporarily stop drinking to see if that works. See what happens. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe alcohol's not the issue either. I don't know. I just want to
Okay,
just
so I have a huge stance on this. I never think that the alcohol, unless it's affecting your health, is ever the reason. I always think it's what you're doing it for. Why are you drinking? What the reason why you're drinking is the root of what your issues are. I drink because I like to relax. That's what it's my relaxation. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to escape anything anymore. Like I used to get shit faced to escape shit, right? Now I enjoy a couple drinks after work. And when I say a couple, it's not just a couple, but still, like I'm living in that moment. And a lot of people will disagree and say that's not really good, blah, 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 whatever. That's fine. I'm living this life. So I'm gonna do what I do that works. And it's the same with you. Like whatever you're gonna do and what you think that the issue is and why you do it, I mean, you just gotta it's called just have self-reflection, you know what I'm saying, like be self-aware and figure out the root of the issue instead of the symptoms, right? Like because the symptoms are nothing. Like yeah, you get drunk, yeah, you might be an asshole, yeah, you might fucking piss in a corner of a room because you're sloppy or whatever, but the root of the issue, like the problem, isn't the symptoms, it's what the reason you're drinking is. Like if
yeah.
there's an issue with it.
The reason
So
why I was drinking was because I wanted to ignore the fact of the things that I should have did today, and I didn't accomplish. And I'm like, I'm gonna drink it and be like,
that's different.
and then I'm gonna tell myself, oh yeah, well fuck it, I already lost this day, might as well fucking get drunk,
Exactly.
right? Like that was,
But you
and
can,
then like, and also to go to sleep. Like it
right.
would have to be to like I need to go to sleep with it because
Uh-oh. Somebody's got headphones on. Somebody's got your headphones on. Hey, Johnny, can you hear
what's
me?
up?
I
Yeah.
think Vicente has your headphones.
Oh God, why?
Bro, all I heard was no, 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 no. Like he was just walking and humming and shit. Like, like, oh,
Oh,
dude. Yeah, see?
oh,
Yeah,
connected to
see?
Bluetooth. My wife just pulled up. We're in the garage, so the studio's in the
so
garage, so it must have
funny.
connected to. Yeah, it must have connected into her Bluetooth, but
Yeah.
just disconnected the Bluetooth. No, like I was saying, like
Yeah.
when my thoughts were racing at night, I'm like, oh my god, I need to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. And the first thing I do, I jump off Facebook and just start scrolling. To
Yeah,
ignore
that's the
the
worst.
fact.
But you gotta just put the phone down, dog. Like, don't do that. Do that when you wake up to take a shit in the morning. Like,
No,
it's not that fucking
no, I
urgent at
know.
night. It never is.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And I was telling Cam, he's here with me, dude. It was such a fucking habit to open up my phone and hit the blue F. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hit the blue F. You know what I mean? Just such a habit. It's just a habit. Just want to see how everybody's doing and everything, and just see what's going on today. Whatever. And it was such a habit. And now that it's not, hold on. Hold on. This motherfucker just walked into my backyard.
Who? Hold on. Where you
Hold on.
at? Hold on. Hey.
Did he get out that backyard? Hold on, give me a second.
All right.
I gotta text this shit.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what's going on in Texas right now, but does anybody else like feel the same way about social media, to where it's either like you have right, Brandon, it'd be like that. But to where you like wake up or you go to sleep, and like the thing you do is you just search, or not search, but get on social media. You good?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you don't just walk into people's
Bro,
backyard and get shot at.
no, you don't do that ever. Why would
I have a window.
somebody think that it's okay?
I don't know, dude. But my wife, I guess, could let me in. My wife let him in, so I guess we're good. I was like, all right, cool, man. We don't fuck around over here.
Hey, hold on.
But
Hold on, just 1 second. Eric Rabinschlag, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Welcome to the show for the first time. He finally caught it live. He just said that this is like some raw, real ass shit, and that's what this show's about, man. Like,
yeah,
we really just and I'm not like saying we're better than any other fucking show, but I'm just saying we're just really, we just do what we want, and then if there's a problem anyway, we figure it out. Like, we've not gotten in trouble on Facebook for any live, which is great. So nobody do any stupid shit and report us or nothing, please. But like on TikTok, we got banned once because Johnny was fucking driving, and we got kicked off of that. So, but it's also it's way past the 15-minute mark.
Yeah.
So we got.
So
to
let's get my man Cam in the scene.
Let's
Come on,
go.
Cam, join us on the Dark Truth. I'll scoot over. We're gonna get real close right now.
Live and in person.
He's he
What's
said,
he
hold on, I
doing?
need to get ready. I need to get ready.
What's he doing? He's over here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's getting. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, so
Man,
everybody,
great.
I want to introduce Cam. I wonder if I could go sideways with this. No,
you have to do it before you live.
I don't think you
You have to
can.
start
Yeah.
it like that.
All right, we're gonna scoot over just a little bit.
Here, we can just.
Dude, just put your
Get close,
put
man.
your foot. He's so small. You can just put your arm around. He'll be right
Hey,
here.
Jordan.
What's up?
No.
Hey. Chocolate milk, baby.
I don't know how close he's trying to get, but
No, so introduce yourself, Cam, and what you've been doing this whole time. What you been doing, man?
what do you mean what I've been doing? Like
Everything, man. We don't care.
How'd you?
hitting dabs, living life, slinging film. That's about the life. Like,
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's about it.
So,
All right, but who are you? Like, what do you
when-
do? What do you do for a living?
when did you start? What was your process getting through window film and starting your own business?
So I started out, went to Euless, Texas through Linmar back in 2012. Been tinting every day since then, mainly cars, mainly an auto guy. I mean, I'll do it all, wraps, paint protection, you name it, but mainly an auto film guy. That's what I prefer.
Hell yeah.
And what you come over here for?
To learn some security film from one of the best in the industry. Like,
Right? Some
Yeah.
motherfucker.
But
No.
We've been fucking around more than
Yeah, we've been fucking around more than learning.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is that, Johnny?
We've been waiting on this piece of glass to get delivered, and it still hasn't showed up.
That's not why.
Now we're just tomorrow.
That's not why. What you had something lined up for him to come do, right? Remember?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
We talked about it last week. That job I didn't go through that whole job. So so that got canceled, and he whenever that got canceled, I went into plan B, because we don't know. You never know. Like, some people can go on school, some people can't go to school. You know what I mean? So I'm I need to have a plan B just in case. So my plan B, I got a glass guy. So he has the frame already cut out. It's like a commercial setting glass, which also I'm going to be training on for IWCT flat glass. So I'm bringing my ear. I ordered the same size.
Time out. So this summer, Blade's training academy for WFCT flat glass competition in Huffman, Texas, right? Huffman?
Crosby now.
Crosby. Okay, sorry. Crosby, Texas, at Johnny's fucking place.
I don't know, but I also I'm gonna be training an Edge. For Edge, 22nd and the 23rd.
This month?
So, this month.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm hoping I have that same piece of glass, because I'll probably take it to the Edge. Sure. Yeah, to the Edge, so we can see. So they can use that one too. I want to use it more for training, also for to train my wife and kids to learn how to start cleaning windows and stuff like that.
Just fun shit. So anyways, Cam, what have you learned? What have you learned so far from Johnny Blades in flat glass? Like, what is the like one main thing you've learned so far?
Man, I have to say, which I mean, I've always liked the way I did it. But if I have to say, like, even just laying regular film, the biggest thing I've learned from him is something really simple.
Right.
I mean, one of the simplest things that you would never think of, and that's to stick the blade point in at the 90 and cut a 45 out. Yeah. Before you cut your straight lines, which I was always, I put my finger up there.
Yep, and just fucking, go run with it.
It's something so simple.
Dude, just, you put it right in that corner, dude, and you just flick it out. You literally just flick it. Yeah. And it just lays fucking down in there, dude. I've watched him do that 2 times, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking stealing that from you. Like, and now my flat glass has been a little better.
My guy.
Right.
Like simple.
Like, and the thing is, like, people forget that, like, the trip for 1,000 miles takes 1 step. You know what I'm saying? So, like, those little bitty pieces that you learn, like, they further your journey, right? So, like, learning just that, fucking, it'll, because I know that I've fucked up film trying to just go ahead and slit that thing, and I have a straight edge somewhere that it shifted when I did that, and now I had to waste a whole, like, 76 by 36 fucking inch piece, you know what I mean? And you're like, damn, like, what the fuck? Man, and that little trick would have been so helpful in that moment.
Honestly, honestly, man, I think we complicate things as tenors because we want to find other ways to keep doing it, and and just keep it simple. I mean, if there's somebody new coming into the industry and he's watching this, I'm pretty sure everybody here is a veteran. I mean, just like fucking keep it simple, man. Keep it simple.
Up and down, homie.
We were talking about that.
That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part, because people want to just, like, they want to know something that others don't, right? So, like, the simple things sound like the dumbest thing to know. So they're like, I gotta figure out this super hard way to do it to where nobody else will think about it, to where I get this one up on everybody. But then those people also sometimes will be like, yo, I want to teach you how to do this super complicated way of doing it. And then somebody says something like, a simple trick, and they go, well, why'd you ruin my fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you just make it as easy as you can for everybody? You know what I mean? Like why not?
It don't matter if you put the film on backwards, upside down, inside out. if it don't peel and it looks like a good tint job, I mean,
fucking who cares?
It's a good tint job.
Hey, if it fits, it ships, baby.
Yeah,
like, just do it.
exactly.
Who cares, bro?
That's one thing that we were talking about. You know,
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it.
I mean, we're talking about gaps, right? And I'm like, okay, industry standard says
1/8.
Industry standard
Fucking-
says 1/8.
That's a
Why
big ass
complicate it?
gap.
Why
Dude, that's a
complicate
big
it?
ass gap, dude. Like 1/8 of an inch is like this fucking. You can see light all around it. I get fucked up when there's like a 1/8 inch gap and then no gap and then another gap. I'm like, oh my god, it's inconsistent. And it pisses me off. But I'm like, but they're never gonna say anything. They are never gonna. The customer will never say anything.
Well,
They will go, does it work? Like, unless they're like one of those tightwad fucking people that are like, I paid this much for a job, it better be, you know, like.
Oh,
But you don't run into many of those here, like
I'm
in
referring
Arkansas
to,
for sure. And
to
Cam
answer
can attest
Stephen
to
Williams.
that.
To answer Stephen Williams, not on flat glass. Now on flat glass, you're allowed a 16th to a millimeter a gap, and then you're allowed about an inch around all the border of contaminants. Now, of course, you can't have a whole, you know, Mojave Desert behind between your glass and stuff. But you're allowed 1 inch.
Fucking galaxy border.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now that's flat glass. For automotive is you know, man, it's. Man, like I got tired of shaving. I got tired of all that stuff, man. And one thing that I've always heard from all the veterans here in Houston is like, bro, they don't care, and if they want it, I got to charge more. And some of us are doing it out for free. Like, we're just putting it out there just to put it on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Like, I mean, it really don't matter. But if you do, more power to you, dog. Like, if it works for you, you're happy with it, more power to you, man. Like, it's all good. You're going to get paid the same or you charge more.
That's like my woman. She brought up something to me. Like, I have been for, you know this, forever now. We're riding down the road. Like, I'm going to push my gap up as high as I can.
Ain't fucking right down the road now, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Here's the thing. My woman brought up something to my attention. Before me and her even got together, like that little 1/8 inch gap, in other words, we're overachieving on these basic cars.
Right.
Which I do it every day. I do it, and now that Johnny me and him had a talk the other night, we ain't doing nothing but showing off.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, what I was getting at
that.
about that is my woman brought up something to me the other day that we were cruising down the road, and she's like, before me and you were together, as long as all the gaps match and they were relatively close, you know, that wasn't wrong.
Right.
And, I mean, it just enlightened me on a lot.
So what you're saying is it brings, whenever we kind of show off like how good we are, it shows people a different standard than they should be used to. You know what I mean? Like,
and a lot of customers,
the really good installers that could do really good fucking edges and really good fucking shaving, filing, whatever. It higher the standard, which is a good thing in a way, but it kind of takes away from like, hey man, we're just doing this for like a business. We're not trying to like show off and see how far we can piss, you know, like it's just, hey, we're out here to, you know, live life, make money, have fun doing what we're doing.
I'm going to even continue doing it just because that's how I want my business to run, you know?
Absolutely.
That's where I want my shit to be.
Right.
So I'm going to continue doing it. But what I'm getting at is, man, these people don't give a fuck, the majority.
Dude, they really don't.
Like,
I have, honestly, Cam, you know my kind of demographic in the area I'm at because we're fucking like 30 miles from each other.
Yeah.
But like, there's never been a time where somebody's come back and been like, hey man, this edge on my top window is uneven. There's never been a time. Even if I fucked up on shaving it, which I'm not saying this has happened, but like if I have a little chunk that misses and I'm like, whatever. If they come back, I'll redo it. But for now, if they're okay with it, they're happy, who cares? They don't give a shit that it looks like that. I do. I hold it to a high standard, but I'm just not gonna, I mean, it's just like whatever.
Like I said, I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing.
Exactly. And until multiple people come back and they're like, yo, dude, like, your top edges ain't fucking on point, bro. I've been on TikTok and like you look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
and I'll be
I'm
like, hey
ready
man,
for the
and go
day.
down the road and see what else you can get. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? Like,
ready
who
for that
cares?
day. And here's my reasoning behind being ready for that day is that's going to knock a lot of people around our area, especially out.
Look,
Right.
let me clarify one thing. Like, if you do it, badass. I do it too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do it, but then like I'll catch myself. Like sometimes I try to get it really, really close to the edge. Like I don't leave it 1/8. Like in the shit.
Me
I
I
go
neither.
a
mean,
little
I
bit
don't
above.
try to either.
I go above and beyond a little bit,
Same.
but I'm not shaving. If I do shave, it's probably gonna be like now we're talking about automotive.
A little
If I do
bitty
shave,
place,
it's
like,
that front,
yeah,
it's the
yeah,
front corner
yeah.
because I
Or the
hand cut.
back. Yeah.
You know, or the back because I hand
Yeah.
cut and it's where I miscalculate
Yeah.
the edge
Yeah. And
with
then
my blade.
it's got some shift to it and shit.
So
So
I
you
got
gotta
so,
fucking, yeah.
but
I mean,
yes,
it's all that.
I do agree going above and beyond and lifting the
Oh,
industry
yeah.
standards, right?
Yes.
To that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I do agree. The way I do is now with an edge is professionalism.
Right.
Like you
Customer service,
in my
good
opinion. In my opinion.
product, customer service, all that shit. Like
Yeah,
good product,
go above
customer
and beyond
service.
in those
Yeah.
aspects because we already know that we can tint. Like we can all tint.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? We can all do it. Like if you're green, you're tinting. Like if you're learning, and you're
Right.
learning to be better. Now don't get comfortable and be like, well, they pay me for it. I could get away with it in the next one. You might be able to get away with it, like he says. You might be able to get away with it 50
Right.
times. That
51st,
that
it might
51st.
get you.
Yeah,
That
that
51st.
time
Hey,
it
that
comes
fucker might
back, you're
come
like,
out and bite you.
Yeah, or you're tinting. I've seen this happen before, not with me, but another shop, where the wives they bring a husband and wife bring a car in, right?
right.
Same time, same day, and then
Oh, so they try to
you
see
leave one
whose is
gap on
better.
one side, and then on the other car you leave no gap, and then they're coming back. It's like, hey, I was noticing that this one has this gap.
Fucking
So that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
My husband's truck looks so much better than mine.
Well,
It's not
well,
fair.
that's
I
like,
need you to redo mine.
yeah,
Like it's like, dude,
it happens.
just does it work? Does it work?
well,
Yes, it
that's like
works.
me and
Okay,
Johnny was
so
tinting.
what is it? What
Me
is
and
it
Johnny
then? Like,
was
what's the
tinting a
problem?
Tacoma yesterday, homie. Day before, what was it? Yesterday, day before?
Day before.
And I got done with the back glass. Well, he had just finished up with the front passenger roll up. And dude, as I was about to set my top edge, I leaned around the back of the door, you know, and I might roll that window down real quick. And here's the thing: all I want to see was where your gap's at. Like,
Right.
where do I need to put mine?
You're
And
right.
that's one of those things. When I'm
What's up,
working with
George?
someone else, I'll let them start their window first and get a little couple heads instead of me. So when I'm about to put the glass up, I already know what gap I need to be at because
Right.
I can do it all, man. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the best because I'm not, but but I can make sure that it looks close enough to yours. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so that's like when me and Rashawn work together on Saturdays sometimes. Like he'll be in there every couple Saturdays or whatever. Like this past weekend, he was in there. We did just the four doors on a Hyundai something. I don't even fucking remember. But he two staged the back doors and then he bottom loaded the front ones because I was like, yo, dude, I want to try to see if you can, do it this way. Dude, that bottom load he did looked so good and he looked so much more comfortable. And like just seeing the way he did it, and like he still looked at it and was like, man, there's a little dirt here and there. And it was like spec, 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 spec. And I'm like, dude, who cares? Like that's like 0.1% of the window. Like it's not even like because if you have like a shotgun cluster, that's different. But if you have like a speck here and there everywhere, I mean, that's shit floating around, right?
See, when I went to Lumar, I'll be honest with you, Lumar, Eastman Chemical Co., which is where I went to school. Half these people would never believe what they told us to judge off of.
Right.
It's a 5-foot rule.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's true.
gee.
That's
I mean,
Step
but
back 5 foot. If you
also
can't
that's
see
also
it,
pretty
it's
common. That's also pretty common for a lot of people to
I
talk
mean,
about. Like, hey, step back 5 feet. If you think it looks good, it's fine. But as like we were saying earlier, same with top edge, like contamination for us, we're so fucking picky. But the
yeah.
customer just goes like, looks good. Like, I don't care. And if they come back,
Right.
you go like this, like, hey, I'll spend $2 in film to fix it for free, and then you can be happy and go on your way. Like,
Absolutely.
because I used to get so offended when people be like, yo, dude, there's fucking dirt here. And I'm like, yeah, man. And I'll explain it and then be like, I mean, I'll do it for you. You know, I'll do it. I'll redo it. It's no big deal. But now, like, I'd change my demeanor about it. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that. I'll fix it for you. Don't worry about paying me. You know, it's like I was getting so angry at myself that I was projecting it to the customer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I'll fix it. Instead of saying like, oh yeah, I must have missed it. I'll go ahead and redo it for you. No charge. I'll give me like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I'll get it done. And you get them in and out and you're like, you know, sorry about that, blah, 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 whatever. And that's the whole, like you were saying, the professionalism, the customer service, the doing the things that you need to do because um, sometimes it just takes you getting a hit to your pride to say those things and do those things because you're like, I know I fucked up, but it's not that big of a deal. And it's like, why are they complaining? But it's like, if I were in their shoes, like say I bought something and it wasn't right and I needed it to be right, like I would want them to do it like that. So, you know, like just do it. Like fuck it. Just do it.
And
It's
that's what
$3 in film.
what Trey Williams just said is
Yeah.
exactly what Jeff said. He's just saying what Jeff said. There's no such thing as a perfect tint job.
No.
Man.
I
mean,
got a
never.
reply to that actually, and the reason is because I've worked in a lot of body shops over the years. Like I've tinted in paint booths. I'll say it. Like I've done it, been there, because that's the cleanest spot in the body shop.
Right.
But here's the thing. The difference between a body shop and painting a car, which I know all aspects of
What's up,
vehicles.
Eric?
I do it all. But
Sorry.
going to a shit. Oh yeah, painting a car.
I was about to say he lost
like
it. He like, hey,
yeah,
hey, motherfucker lost it. He said,
I got news
come back
for
here.
you, buddy. You fuck right up.
Get over here.
But no, the difference in painting a car and wrapping a car and tinting a car, if anybody knows anything about body work, I don't care who paints the car. If it's in a $120,000 paint booth, they're out there wet sanding spots.
Right.
It gets polished. Guess
Right.
what? We can't wet sand shit.
No, we can't. It's always one fucking shot. But you can sometimes, I don't know if y'all have tried this or if you know this technique, but you can actually pull some film back, wash it out, rub on it with a little bit of some here and there. And dude, I've done like, okay, I had like this long of contamination that was like this thick. You know what I'm saying? I pulled the shit back, rinsed it, sat there and caressed it for a minute, sprayed that shit off away from where it was going, and then tucked that shit in, and there's nothing left, dude. That's the only time you can not one shot shit. And it's so hard to do that like beginners are like, that's impossible. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like
It's called
whatever.
fishing.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with you at that point. I'm like, all right, I've done it a bajillion times, but okay, just redo it. Waste the film. I don't care. But that's only because I worked for a dude that was like super old school, like never waste film. Never waste film. If you can fucking save it, you fucking save it. But
See,
at the same time, I'm like, if it takes me longer to save it than to just redo it, I'm cool with it. I'm just gonna redo it.
I mean, I worked for a guy back in the day, like back when I worked for a shop before I was self-employed. I worked for a guy, his rule was 3 strikes, you're out.
Right.
And what he means by that is 3 specs, you're out. Like,
That's
not
so
you're fired, but
stupid, dude.
it's getting redoing. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was a little strict. Like,
that's
he
fucking
didn't care if there was
excessive.
1 speck up in this corner, 1 speck over here, like just 3 strikes, he was out. Like, I mean, here's
Dude.
the thing: we're not working in $100,000 paint booth.
Exactly. That's the thing. And that's why Rashawn made a sign that I sent him a generic, proof of. I was like, hey man, we need this in the shop. And it says like no job is 100% particle proof.
Never
Like
will.
there's contaminants floating in the air while we're carrying film that's open. Like there's never going to be a perfect job, basically. And
That's
like
just like,
removals with defrosters might not make it. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I was talking to
just
somebody
having
the other
something like that
I was
always
talking to
shows the
somebody the
customer.
other day, and I was telling them, like, whenever you took me to Tender Battles 21 here in Houston,
I ain't take
like,
you nowhere.
well, you're the one that got me there.
I ain't take
I
you
wouldn't have went if it
nowhere.
wasn't
I
for you.
just I talked about it so much. Listen, that's literally right after I left where I used to work. And me and Cam used to talk where I used to work. And I wouldn't really give him answers for anything that he needed because of the fucking owner I had, right? And so like after that, whenever I was going to Tender Battles, I was like all like telling him every fucking detail of what this shit's gonna be about, right? And he goes, I'm fucking going. And I was like, cool, bro. I'll fucking see you there. And then we were texting about breakfast, and I wasn't fucking getting back to him because I was stressed about where we were going to breakfast, whatever. And then we ended up going to the same breakfast spot, kicked it hard, eating breakfast, and then went to 21, Tender Battles 21,
But
where I met you, Johnny, for the first time. Also, just saying. And that shit was crazy. Just throwing that out there. But
what I was going to say was, man, those were people from, I mean, leading the industry
right,
from all over in those
right,
competitions. Yeah, it's a kind of a
right.
fun competition, but those are people from leading all over the nation. And here's the thing. I realized a lot by going to that competition, and I realized that if customers were to go to one of them competitions, mind's blown. Like,
Right.
because there's little wax circles all over everybody's window. It may only be
So
one, but
many,
they're one on every one of them.
dude.
Like, that was an eye opener for me.
Right, because nobody, even if you, because I've competed in two of them. So the first one, same as Johnny, we didn't finish. So it was kind of like a no judge. So I never even like looked at anything on the car because they didn't mark shit. But then the second one last year or this year in January, um, dude, our car was the last one to be getting marked, and we were allowed back in. And I was watching them just on all the doors I was doing, dude. And I was like, but mind you, there was things falling from the rafters. Yeah, ask Eric. He actually asked me to compete with him because he got second fucking place behind one of our guests on this show, Luis fucking what's his last name? God damn it. Can't remember his fucking last
Your
name. But
turn.
anyways, he got second place. And dude, there was just shit floating down from the ceiling the whole time. And I was walking around spraying, trying to keep it down, but you just see these little bitty circles all over your windows, and I'm just like, fuck, man. And I'm sitting there with my family, like my grandma, my wife, and my kids, and I'm like, damn, I thought I
All
did better
you
than
can
that,
do
you know,
is
like damn. But anyways, like at least we finished, right? And it was fun, and I really appreciate him asking me to be his partner. That was, I mean, he's a very calm dude. So shout out to Eric. Like he's so fucking cool.
No, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Winning is badass, right? I haven't experienced winning. I mean, I hit third place in Expel, but you know,
That's
number one
awesome.
is number one. The competition starts when you sign up. You
Yes,
gotta defeat. You gotta defeat yourself before you start on the car you're about to work on, or the flat glass competition you're about to work
that's
on.
so agreed.
Bro, once you get to the floor, you won. You won because you're a gladiator, dude. That's what I consider myself. I consider myself a competitor. I consider myself that, dude. It's not winning is winning. Of course, it's badass. That's what we all want to get there. But bro, it's the process to get in there.
It's
The
that,
nerves, going
dude,
over your nerves,
right?
getting over it. The butterflies, you don't eat. You're thinking about it the night before, and then
Yep.
when it's judgment, you're just like, God damn, and then it beats you up. But when you realize when you get, I guess, the participation trophy, or you get the
Yeah, but
everything,
at the same time,
but
like
it's an
it's different.
accomplishment, man.
It's
It's an
not,
accomplishment.
dude, it's not just a fucking participation trophy like that
No,
though, dude. It's like you earned your spot there, right? Like
absolutely.
even if it was like Tinder Battles 22 when we had votes, right? And people voted us in. That's you made it there because people wanted to see you there, right? And then last year at Tinder Battles, it was you had to compete to get your fucking spot, right? You made it there. You didn't just get
Yeah,
fucking a chance to do it. You didn't just go like, hey, I want to be a part of it. And they're like, it was like you have to earn it, right?
yeah, absolutely.
You have to get there.
That's
Like
what
it's
I'm saying.
harder than you think.
That's what I liked about 2023. It's like if you even made it
Me
to
too,
compete, dude, you're a winner.
Well,
dude.
Like you're a winner. Like you won. Like winning the belt is, it brings you to another level, of course.
Right.
Like you're, but it's. I mean, like don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like discredit the winners, Mike Powell and Cal
Right.
Wayne, but I'm just
Right.
saying like just to be there, it's awesome.
Right.
Like you're winning, and then you win first place. So when you get emotional, it's you've done went through all the hurdles and you're
Exactly.
winning. Like if I win, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm just like I ain't gonna, and I
Bruh.
don't blame them. You know, whoever gets emotional gets emotional. I don't blame them. Dude, I'm gonna cry.
Bruh.
well, that's
I'm
like
you
I
already
told
know,
Johnny
dude.
this
I get
yesterday.
emotional. So
I told Johnny this yesterday. That's like I'm about to enter the IWSCT for the first
fuck
time. I've been doing this
dude.
shit 10 years.
Fuck yeah,
And just
dude.
never, I've always done it as just a job,
Right.
you know? Always felt like I was kind of good, but I'm going to enter that thing. Now, like I told Johnny, you can ask him. I told him this, I think, yesterday. Like, bro, if I make it there and make it past round one, like, if I can, I'll be thrilled.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't
And see,
have to win it.
that's the thing. Like, dude, people think that like it's not that big of a fucking deal unless you're actually a part of it. Like the people that say shit from the sidelines, that don't go to events and they don't compete and they don't do the camaraderie and the networking and the forming of bonds and shit like we've done in this industry, bro. Like those people don't fucking have any say to me. Like they've never experienced it, so they have no fucking idea what it's like. Like it's the craziest shit. Like it's like playing high school sports or fucking college ball or like competing in a billiards tournament or a fucking bowling league or anything that all these people that complain like that don't fucking do, right? Like you don't have that fire in you to do the things that most people in this industry want to do because you just want to be stuck in your ways, right? Like Billy Murray says, like step through the fire, dude. Like fucking step out of that comfort zone and just sitting around like you did for 21. Like yeah. Like step out of your comfort zone. Just do some shit, some wild shit that you would never do and see how it feels. Yeah. And then just fucking and keep going. Do more stuff, right? Like you went to Tinder Battles 21, you didn't go to 22 or 23, but
No, and
it
that goes
was
back
fun,
to,
right?
man, me not going to those two goes back to like Johnny deleting his social media. I had to
Right,
find myself.
right.
Like,
And that's fine. And that's something that people don't really understand is like taking that time for yourself to evaluate your life and get things straight to where like, okay, these are my boundaries, right? These are my boundaries. This is what I want out of life. And if you cross this fucking line, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? Like
well,
even
that's
with
just like
yourself, you know?
you've watched me for years, and like I've always said, I ain't never getting on an airplane. Like, dude, 6 years ago, which you knew me back then, didn't nobody else
Yeah.
know me, but
Right.
dude, you wouldn't have seen me with a haircut like this.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have seen me getting on. Like, I'm making myself leave
Fucking
my comfort
yeah,
zone. Like,
like hanging out with this fucking degen over here.
it's his fault.
Dude,
It
it's just, man,
is.
look, I mean, like, okay, to answer Jonathan's, like, why do I have my ears tucked in? Because if I don't, I look like this. Dude, my ears are big, dog. Like,
Hold on,
I
let me do
tuck them
mine
in because they're
too.
big. But getting out of your comfort zone has been my main thing, bro, since I was a kid. Like, I always, like, not that I'm gonna venture off, but like what he said, like, I was getting my hair cut. Of course, if you guys did just tune in, I went bald for my brother, who has cancer, and you know, so he doesn't feel. So dude, I want to say something real quick. You got a family member that has cancer, bro, dude. They're already fighting demons.
Give him a hug.
And it's just, man, they're fighting demons, and they're fighting chemo. They don't eat right. This is not themselves. And then seeing my brother's face after I did it, it was like, damn, bro. Like, you didn't have to do that, but I really fucking appreciate it. And I'm gonna get teary-eyed right now, but it's just getting out of your comfort zone, bro. And sometimes not for yourself, but for someone else. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like,
but
go rob a bank
both.
because you're being
But it's for
influenced. You know what I mean?
It's for both, though, man.
Like, so me getting this haircut, what started it was he was talking about going out of his comfort zone. We went and tinted this barber shop.
Right.
Well, then he was talking about getting out of his comfort zone and actually going bald for that situation there.
And he had luscious hair, by the way.
Well, I was sitting there drinking Red Bull, sitting there watching, and I'm gonna be real with you. I thought about getting my head shaved right there with him.
Should have done it, dude.
All the way. And then I talked myself out of that one.
Right.
And then
I
end up with this.
I love it. Dude, the beard looks good. The fucking star looks great.
Dude.
It's gonna grow back, bro. Like that's the thing.
Bro, I told him, I was like, damn, he got that.
Hold on.
Sound fresh.
I gotta know. Yeah. Bro, I need to come down there, get a fresh fade with some fucking lines and shit, dog. Maybe in the eyebrow too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get the fucking dude. Bro.
Get a tattoo. Get a tattoo while you're down here.
I have none. So if I got a tattoo in Houston, it would have to be like monumental. Like it would have to be. Speaking of tattoos, like I don't have any because I have so many things I can get a tattoo for, but the first one has to be like the most meaningful. Because I've seen people with stupid fucking tattoos for their first one, and I'm like, you're a moron. But I want to do one that's like the best fucking first tattoo.
Be who you need.
It's probably gonna be like a whole chest piece of some crazy shit.
What, sunglasses that cover your nipples that say "Stay Shady"?
I'm gonna sit there. Look.
And the arm wrap around under your armpits.
Probably not that. But but it would be something like super like
Get off
this is why I love Cam, dude. He's so goddamn funny. No, it's not gonna be that.
The whole time. And I'm like, how do you come up with so much shit to say?
Dude.
Hey, y'all ain't never gonna believe it. I saw Paul Wall on the wall today.
Yeah, I saw it. You sent me a picture, bro.
Like,
yeah. So I was like, man, we were sitting down. And it's been raining like for past 3 days, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Let's get out of this fucking house. I told my wife. I picked them up. You know, I just told her, come on, let's go. And we went and gave Houston a tour of Houston, man. We did some. If y'all go on if y'all go on Texas Heat Instagram, you guys can see all the pictures there. By the way, guys, follow my business page. Show some love on that, man.
Plug it right now. Tell them everything.
Yeah,
everything you got on social media.
Yeah. So
I do need to give this dude a shout out. Like, all I'm saying, like, y'all want to see a real ass dude? It's this dude right here, and it ain't nothing he did for me, but it ain't nothing he did for me. But no, we were in Houston today, downtown.
Right.
This dude found some dude's wallet. And next thing I knew, we were pulling up that dude's address, and he walks up knocking on the door to give it back.
What? Yeah. Hold on. So time out. We got to have the whole story. So what were y'all doing before that happened?
We were taking pictures.
I know it's 6:46 or 6:54, but we're going to run this fucking show because hold on. So you're still going to be doing this or what?
Yeah, we're good.
Man,
we're good.
See, you didn't even fucking make that super apparent to me, bro.
So tear up the
Don't fucking start that shit. You didn't make it super apparent, bro. You didn't even tell me, bro. Like, what the
It
fuck?
was a surprise.
You didn't tell me that you were gonna be off the show, and then you didn't tell me you were gonna be back on the show. What the fuck, dog?
That's how I go.
I'm just kicking it in the shadows, you
Hey,
know?
I'm just staying shady.
listen. Hey, listen. Shit happens. You gotta
He
wait,
shaded
right?
you twice.
I shaded
Dude.
2.0.
He
That's my new
shaded
attitude.
your ass 2 times.
Man, dude, I'm sorry. Look, I apologize because I sent you through so much emotional roller coasters, dog. It's not even funny. But yeah, roll one up. Yeah, he needs it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
you need
Hold
this
on.
box? Here.
No, so the way it happened. So I took him to where like a monument, like where they have a bunch of artwork and stuff on the walls and stuff. I figured kill 2 birds, 1 stone. We do a little photo shoot with our phones
Right.
and we fucking you know we end the day like that, right? And I take him to a nice restaurant. You know what I mean?
Boy.
And then,
I felt
yeah,
like
I
I
saw.
couldn't even be in that motherfucker.
I saw.
yeah.
Very
So we took him to a
bougie.
nice restaurant. Just want to look, bro. You come down. Everybody's welcome to train. I mean, I want to try to make your experience as good as fuck. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're taking pictures. I see a wallet on the floor. I've lost my wallet before, and it's a
Right.
shitty fucking feeling. You got to redo everything, dude.
Oh yeah.
I pull up the address, and it's 15 minutes. I was like, bet. Like I was like, you know what? I need to do something good. I need to pay it forward, you know, whatever you want to call it. And sure enough, man, I told my wife, I was like, it had money in it too. I didn't take no money. But
No, he handed everything to him, like, pulled up to his door.
yeah. I pull the door. He comes out like, he sees a 6-foot fucking Mexican at
Yeah.
the door, and he's like, "What's
Johnny
up,
up there.
What's
Hey,
up,
John's
fool?"
always like, hey.
Like, I was like, hey man, are you such and such? And he's like, yeah. I was like, and I looked at the ID. I was like, yeah, that's you. Here, man, here's your wallet. He's like, what? And he looks through it, makes sure nothing's missing. Everything was there, and he's like, oh my god, bro, you're such a lifesaver. I put a business card in it. Yeah, I put a no.
Did
I
you?
told him to.
Did you?
Yeah, I put a business card in there. You never know. And then I'm like,
But hey, he gonna open that bitch up and he can be like, you know what? I do need my windows tinted.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you know what I told Johnny? I said, for all you know, 10 minutes from now, there's a Facebook post with your business card saying, hey.
yeah.
And
It's
you didn't
fucking
even lay no
awesome.
film for the motherfucker.
and
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it for that reason. I did it for the reason because it's happened to me before, and it's like
Right.
you got to do everything. You got to cancel your cards, wait for a card to come in the mail. You got to go back to the DMV and get a new card, man. And yeah, exactly, be who you needed, man. And so that's what I did it for, man. I didn't do it for that, but then he did say, he's like, put a business card in it. I'm like, yeah, that's smart.
Yeah,
You
but-
know me.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, props to, if it ever happens to me and somebody returns it, I know where it comes from. And if they don't return it, it doesn't matter. I was meant to lose it. I mean, matter less.
All I'm going to say is if you do that to me and there's a business card in it, I'm making a Facebook post. Like,
I'd be like, hey,
Absolutely.
man. I'd be like, this motherfucker went the extra mile to bring me my shit. So y'all fucking hit them
damn
up.
right.
You know, like,
You damn right.
right.
Yeah, man. That's just the thing, man. We gotta. There's so much shit
There
in this
needs to
world.
be more people like that.
Dude,
like,
the fucking, okay, so I know it's very, like, stereotypical to say this, but like the answer is love, man. Like it literally is like just give love back to everybody that needs it. Like you don't even think they need it, right? Just assume that everybody needs a little bit of love. Like just give it back in little spurts. You just be like, hey, I like your shoes. Like somebody might be like, shit, I hate these shoes, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, or hey, I like your hair today. It looks really good. And they're like, oh, thanks. That might change their whole it might shake their whole fucking world, dude. Like,
should have seen the smile on this dude's face. Like, you ain't gonna make this dude mad the rest of the day. You could walk up and slap him and call him a hoe, and he's gonna laugh at you.
right.
Like,
I got
That's
my
the
wallet
best.
back.
you ain't
That's the
making
best,
that fool
dude.
mad if you'd have seen the
Is
look
that-
on his face.
Is it not like the best feeling though? Like
Absolutely,
saying
dude.
something, like saying or doing one little bitty thing that takes less than fucking 3 minutes, maybe at the most 30 to do. Like, if you have to drive somewhere and give them their shit or whatever, like just that one little like, hey, I thought about you. Like I
Yeah.
just,
So Louis.
they go like, holy shit. Because like when it happens to me, dude, I'm like, hey, what do you want me to do? Like, do I need to pay you? Like, what do I do you take tips? Like, what is your business? Do you have cards? Like, give me your business cards. Like, what do I need to do to help you now? Like you made me feel good doing that,
Yeah.
And it's not you just doing that thing. It's what people appreciate from you doing those
Well, that's
things. You know what I'm
like,
saying? Like,
I've been in one of those situations. So I was on my way back from Florida one time in my Jeep. Either way, we're cruising down the interstate. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I had my kid with me, my ex with me. And either way, dude, we're cruising down the interstate. The idler pulley breaks. Well, guess what? I'm in the middle of, dude, it was some hood, big Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Not
oh,
the best
nice.
area to be in. Either
Good
way,
place.
dude, it wasn't 3 minutes. Some little hood black dude pulled up, and I mean, I was a little sketched out about it, but dude, what do you do? Like,
Right.
well, either way,
You assess
the
it.
damn,
You're like, it could go this way or this
yeah.
way.
So I
So,
sat in the middle in between him, and my daughter and everybody. Dude, this dude told me, he took me to the hotel. I was going to book the hotel. They wouldn't take my card. He booked the hotel for me and
right.
told me, he was like, dude, he was like, call me whenever you get up. I'll take you to AutoZone. And I'm thinking, bullshit,
Ain't
Nah, ain't nobody.
no fucking way.
Nah.
Like, ain't no
Dude,
fucking way.
I woke up, and of course, in that situation, you're stressed. You wake up early as fuck. As soon as O'Reilly's opens, called him, dude. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. He unanswered. I mean, he may have been out selling drugs all night for all I don't know.
Right.
But dude, I call him and he's like, bro, you ready? He pulls up and he's like, you trying to smoke a blunt? Dude, he smokes a blunt with me on the way to O'Reilly's, takes me to buy the part, takes me, and this dude did not leave until that Jeep was running and back on the road.
Man, that's so fucking awesome, bro.
Like, there needs to be more people. And that
Man,
goes back to Johnny doing that.
dude.
Like, there's not many out
Yeah,
there.
bro, like okay, so Cam, I want to ask you a question. Like, so the more that you actually have like put into things on Facebook, I've seen like in the past, like sometimes you don't want to interact with anybody, right? And then you do want to interact with everybody. So like when you actually give a shit about what people are doing, do you see like a definite feedback difference from if you're just like trolling people, Because like I know like you do make your jokes, but like when you actually give a shit and give back, like do you see like a difference in that? The same way that you're talking about, right?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I don't like Facebook, for instance. Like, I would rather talk to you, me to you.
Right.
And the
Of
reason
course.
is because, dude, I'll send some messages, text messages, Facebook messages,
Right.
comments.
Videos,
And,
bullshit.
dude, half the time I'm laughing when I say the shit and somebody thinks you're serious.
Exactly.
I
Because
mean,
that's the thing. Like you can't judge the shit off of what it is unless you know exactly what they're fucking bringing to the
yeah.
table. Because sometimes like I'll even say shit in comments that I'm like, damn, that come across as like being an asshole. Like I didn't mean it that way, but I was just saying
Like,
something,
I go back and reread my own shit and see where it got construed.
Right.
Like, whereas if I would have told you that even on the phone, like not face to face, like you would have heard me giggling in my voice. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I think that was a big problem with me and you for a while.
Right.
Was, I text you something and you think I'm being serious.
But
Go,
I'm always, but that's on me. But the thing is, that's on me because I just get my fucking feelings. So like
I don't mean it like that.
No, but it doesn't have anything to do with you though. It's how I receive it. Like the way I receive it is like I want it to be that way. So it's like now I've been thinking about things two ways instead of like the way I receive it. and the way
that
that I
ain't just you,
should
bro.
and the way that I should think
That
about
ain't
it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
just you.
like what I thought and what
That's
it
what I
should
mean
be.
by people getting text construed. That's not just you. Like I said, I go back and read some of this shit, and I'm like, that's fucked up.
Right.
Like,
You'd be like, damn, I don't really remember exactly what I was feeling in that moment and what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, I just said it this way because of that moment. And so it's hard to like, that's why I like calling people and being on the
that's
phone
all.
because, like, yeah, you might have like proof of what you said, but you don't really have proof of what the fuck the intent was. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't remember exactly what the fuck you were thinking at that moment, right?
Well, that goes
Like,
back
so,
to me fucking with people like two staging and bottom loading.
right.
Like I will
People get
fuck with you
so
all day
butthurt,
about that.
dude.
When deep down, you heard me saying, I don't give a fuck how you put it in LA1.
Exactly.
Look good. Like,
No, you know what
I
I've noticed?
mean,
You know what I've
I'll
noticed?
argue with you just to fuck with you. Like,
Exactly.
That's what I've
Because you
learned a
get
lot.
bored and you're like, I just want to fucking pick around and shit, you know?
That's what I've learned a lot from this guy. He's very, how can I say? Uh,
Eccentric.
no, I don't know what eccentric, I don't know what
Okay,
eccentric means, but what I'm saying is like
so
when
can
he
I tell
cares
you what
about
it
you,
means?
when he cares about you, like dude gets his shirt off his back. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then if he doesn't, he makes a joke. Like and
So
it can come
he's
off as like today we were getting some cell phones and he was just giving the salesman like a hard time. I'm like I'm looking at his face and he's kind of like he's kind of like ignoring the comments, right? And I'm like,
right.
damn, bro, you really like but it's just one of those things. It's like when you don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck. But
Yeah,
he's I mean, I tell you right now, like I co-sign for this guy. I think he's a
dude,
great guy. You know what I mean? I don't let people in my house like
thousand
that. You know what I mean? So
percent.
if I trust you, you're gonna be one of me. You know, you're gonna be
Right.
part of the family, and you're gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah.
treated like family. You're not gonna be like, yo, you know, like find your way this way. You know, find how you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? People have done it for me, like my pal. When I went to my pal, dude, he treated me like family. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, this is how I want to be when people come over. And by
Right.
the way, my pal, if you're still listening, bro, you're welcome to Houston anytime. I got a spot for you. If you want to learn how to do some security film, we can teach you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and then that's what I'm saying. Like it's just every individual has their personality, right?
Think
And like
about this. Think about this for a minute, man. Like, whenever one person interacts with another person, right? There's so many different factors from one to another that you have to interact with, right? And so all these things that you want to like do and talk about, and I mean, it's just like it's really difficult, right? Because you might not align the exact same way, but you can also come to a common ground, right? And then from that you can get things done, but maybe there's a little bit of a tiff, right? Like a thing back and forth to where you're like, how we got to figure this little part out, you know? And that's what's great about this industry. And with people like Johnny and Cam and me and everybody else that does this shit, like we're really able to adapt because of what we've gone through in the past, for one, and for two, what we go through in the present when it comes to business, because we're all fucking trying to get the same goal, right? Like make money, provide a good service, provide a good film, all this shit into one. And it's like being able to, like we were saying in the beginning, like sorting out the files, bro, getting the files sorted out. Like that's the main thing. Like it's the hard part. But as long as we can all coincide and work together and come to a common agreement of what things should be, how it should, like how customers should feel, things like that, like all that shit. Anyways, but like all if you can find that harmony is what I call it in a way, or balance or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like that balance, it's so hard to teeter it, you know? And I'm not a business owner. I'm just a dude that works somewhere. But I see it because you have to find that with not only like people local, but people in the industry as a whole. Like, because if we're not all kind of together, then it's not gonna work collectively, you know?
Well,
Like,
that's like I've told y'all, like meeting all these new people was great for me. And the reason is, dude, before I went to Tenor Battles 2021, I've told you this. I told you this a long time ago. Like I was to that point. That's just like me being a black belt in Taekwondo. I'm one
right,
of those people. Once I feel like I've achieved what I can, like I've maxed, I'm max level.
right.
Once I feel like I've achieved, I'm done. Like I've accomplished that. It's on to something new. And
Yeah. To the
before I got
next, you know?
before I almost gave up tennis. I've told you this, like,
Yeah.
because I felt like I had hit that.
Bro, you told me that you were like, there's no fucking drive for this anymore. It's so fucking repetitive and boring, you know?
Like meeting all these, it was great for me.
Because it gives you like maybe a different perspective on shit to where you're like, holy shit, I've never thought about it that way. Like that's a good way to think about it. So maybe I should change the way I think about it. So it not only benefits me because I want to keep doing it, but it also benefits my customers because I have this different either aspect or film or whatever service you want to do or whatever. Like it's a different extension of what your company is, right?
I mean, I'm like that, but it gave me that new life, I guess you could say. Like there is more to achieve for. There is that next level to push.
Man, there
Like now,
always is though. There's always that next level, dude.
well, here, see, that's the thing.
Always.
Whenever you're just a solo tenor, like you don't mingle with nobody, you don't nothing. Like I guess you say you don't have no guidelines to run by.
Right.
You don't have no like. It's just once you yourself feel like you achieved this, you've achieved it because you don't have nothing to go by.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. No platform to like, no guidelines, study guide, whatever. Yeah.
Well, we hit our hour mark, man. Dude, I wasn't mad. Yeah, we're totally
Longer.
By the way, Shady, tear up my letter of resignation. Just want to let you know. I hope he spits that.
Hey, he made
Right, hold on.
2 days?
Hold on.
3 days. Big ballin'.
And on the 3 day, he resurrected. Well,
hold on. I'm getting the paperwork done. Hold on.
Shred it. Don't forget to shred it.
Yeah. It's done.
No, I was just focused.
He said, I got big ears.
I wasn't mad. I was just dialing in on the conversation because we were getting to that point where we're going to talk about the last fucking up your shit. The last segment of the show, which is the final thought, Cam.
Right.
And Cam.
We need the one thing anybody watching, because I don't even fucking know. It says 3 people are watching, which is fine. If 3 people are watching, maybe somebody will get some. But the one thing that you want to tell people, like anybody watching that either is in the tent industry or not, or advice about life, like the dark truth, final thought that you want to give to people. So
I guess that's coming from me being a dirt track racer like I am and always chasing that checkered flag. And this goes to a meaning and it goes to life. It goes to the industry. You're just your everyday life. And I told you this earlier, like, if you're going forward, just keep going forward. Because if you're on a track and you start looking behind you, you're going to get hurt.
right.
And what I mean is, and that is all gas, no brake. Like,
Yes.
never look back. You can't do nothing about what's behind you.
I love it.
You can only do what's in front of you.
I fucking love
And,
it, dude.
you can go
That's a
about
shirt,
that,
dog.
believe it, or
That's a shirt.
whatever you want. I mean, but the realization of it, when you bite the bullet, you can whine about it, you can cry about it, or whatever. You can't change the past.
Exactly,
You can't,
bro.
You can't go. So you might as well just keep on going.
So would you say for the shirt purposes, would you say
You can't change
full
the past.
full
Hey,
throttle,
Hey,
never
hold on,
look back?
Hold on. Full send. You can't change the past, bro.
No,
You can't.
you can't do.
I like
no
that.
matter what you think you want to do, how you feel
Can't
about it.
Fucking do it.
Can't do it.
Can't
And
fucking
at the end of the day,
Can't do it.
it's up to him. I mean, it's up to the upper seniority, the upper guy that we got. Yeah, I know you don't. I know.
Yeah, see, everybody loved that one. That's real.
But that is real.
I'm
Bullshit.
not being an asshole. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I get
No,
it.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for me, man.
Yeah.
I have a thing. I have a thing that's just
Carry
God's
your
gonna control. God has control of my life. I have
Carry your cross.
and then I get to choose what I want to do. You know what I mean? At the end of the
Exactly.
day, I press the gas forward, and I don't look back because I don't want to get hurt.
Like I said, you on a racetrack. If you ain't looking forward and you worried about what behind you, you're gonna get hurt.
Exactly.
I like what Jason Moore said: all gas, no brakes. Keep chasing. Let's go.
Yeah.
You ain't got no choice.
That's a good way to summarize it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so I better not get a phone call. What should I get for my idea, bro, for my shirts? All right, you got your idea right there, bro.
There's your
Let's do
idea.
it. I want to see it. I want to see Kameron Welch on the back of it. All right. Yeah.
No rear views.
No rear view mirrors.
No. Forward.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys haven't ordered your Stay Shady shirts, be on the lookout. There'll be a new shirt that's gonna say, what's it gonna say, Kim? One more time for the people who didn't.
What we wanted to say. I mean,
it's gonna say.
It can't say all gas, no brakes. That's my only, and that's because that's a saying that's been taken in the car world for forever.
All right.
Like, we gotta be different.
All right. What's your way of saying it? How do you want it on the shirt?
I mean, come up with something, Jordan. Throw something out there. You gotta have the word reverse.
Listen, I like that.
Listen. They don't have to know what it's gonna be. They'll just have to stay tuned and look out for it. So
always forward. You can't change the past. I mean,
cliffhanger looking ass. All right, let's go. All right. Well, this has been the show, man. Cam, thank you for coming in, bro. Thank you for being here.
Always. Yeah, you know, bro. We love.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I'm back, baby. I'm back.
3 days.
3 days.
3
3
days, baby.
I missed you guys. But yeah, be on the lookout. I'm gonna start something with this bad boy on the
fucking
for all,
dude.
For all the people that wanna.
Hey, we flip coins for that.
Yeah, it's destiny, bro. It's destiny. It's destiny.
That's the funniest shit I've ever done.
This has been The Dark Truth with me, Johnny Blaze, Shady J, and my man Cam. Thank you for being on the show, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions on how to get the shirts, how to go on YouTube and watch the following video, if you caught it too late, message Jordan, my man. He's going to take care of all y'all's questions and answers.
Who the fuck is Jordan, bro? Who the fuck is Jordan, bro?
I'm sorry. Shady.
Anyways, but
Shady.
yeah, dude.
All right, man. Well, it's been a good night, man. You guys have a good night. I'll see you on next Wednesday.
That shit, fuck.